In the heat of the rising cost of food and other commodities, it is important to institute structures to protect citizens from exploitation. To this end, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, is seeking partnership with traders to curb exploitative prices. Now, the Commission also introduced an interactive portal for complaints to enhance consumer protection efforts, address arbitrary price hikes and unfair trade practices. Now, BKO, exploitation of consumers. Now, looking at this partnership, how can this partnership between the FCCPC and the traders curb exploitation of Nigerians?
I think that's the goal of the FCCPC from the get-go, but the journalists misreported what the FCCPC said. The statement that they made in Abuja.
I think they made
anybody,
that like a month ago.
No, it's not a month.
No, it's just like 2 weeks.
2 or 3. Okay.
There's no sensible person who will say, oh, we are giving you a time ceiling, go and reduce your prices. That was not what was said. It's the unfair practices,
okay, the
unfair exploitation of Nigerians in the name of trading that the agency was concerned about. And you cannot deny, we can't deny the fact that yes, things are tough. We are grappling with high prices, high food prices and the rest. But there are people still milking Nigerians because we don't seem to have any form of price control. People can just wake up and say, this is
the price.
Yes. You've seen even some traditional rulers invite market women, because these market women and men form associations and they direct their people. This is how much you must take. And because of the possibility of punishment being meted out to whoever does not follow the pricing template that they created, people, their members just go ahead and bill people unnecessarily. So that is what the FCCPC is really concerned about. And at the town hall meeting today,
okay,
Tunji Bello, the new boss, said, we discovered that some traders form cartels in the markets and put barriers in form of ridiculous membership fees intended to ensure price fixing in the market. Without joining them, they won't allow anyone to sell goods in the market or provide services. Such practices are against the law and constitute some of the offenses the Commission is against.
Okay.
He then said that the purpose of the town hall meeting is to engage you, the stakeholders, in the production and retail segment of the market, as well as service providers, to hear your own stories, with a view to achieving a consensus for the benefit of all of us. He said that the initiative is coming at a time when Nigerians are experiencing sharp increases in the prices of food items and transportation costs across the country. So he admitted that yes, exchange rates and increase in the petrol price have made life unbearable for our people and made all prices unsustainable. But he made the point that cartels are exploiting consumers and that there is a need to deal with that problem. So this is the essence of the town hall meeting that they held today. It's not like they are saying people must crash your prices, because the question people then ask, okay, let's start from petrol. You know, but you know, I've been at events, for example. and then saw the way what was said at that event was reported, and I just shook my head.
Misreported?
Yes. Sometimes we take interpretative journalism too far.
Okay.
It makes, and when someone says something, you can at least explain what he meant. He's not saying, no, prices, rise in prices is not explainable, it's not justified. But even in that, even in amidst the pain that we are going through, there are some Shylock traders, there are some greedy individuals who are simply out to make money without giving a hoot.
The FCCPC person talked about a particular blender that was sold for a particular amount in America,
yes,
and they brought it to Nigeria and they increased it by about 300%.
These things happen. A friend of mine was telling me about what transpired in his son's school, that they increased the
school
uniform threefold.
Why?
I know that schools are struggling. You want to, diesel prices have gone up, but you cannot then say, okay, uniform, you now pay 3 times.
3 times.
We have to help one another. And some of these schools, in spite of that, they pay ridiculously low wages. Private schools don't even pay teachers the kind of wages that they pay in public schools. This is what I've discovered. Some private schools don't even pay their teachers for the months of July and August. They will say,
because of the holidays.
Because of the holidays. Some have come up with summer school, where we parents are then forced to pay exorbitantly for the coaching that our children will get. But those things are there. We know that until those children stop schooling, we have to live with it. You know, but
the Ministry of Education should look at that.
Yes.
Because of those exorbitant.
See, how many? It's just like saying, oh, NMDPRA, go and close any filling station where they are cheating at people. They don't even have enough personnel to do that. And even in the ministries, the inspectorate units of our ministries, or Ministry of Education, across the country, how many people do they have to actually monitor what goes on in some of those schools?
Okay.
So that is the point. I'm not saying that at this time that prices should not go up. Prices will go up. When you increase fuel prices, you should expect that it will have ripple effect on other goods and services. Yes. But the point being made is that even in all this pain, there are some Nigerians
that just
out to simply profit from the pain that we are going through, and that is immoral. That is not right. That is the point that Tunji Bello came to Lagos to make, and I hope that this time around it will be what transpired will be reported appropriately, rather than the way it was reported the last time, that made it look like he said, no, you must go and reduce your prices or we'll come for you.
And lots of media houses actually jumped on that story. All right, Emeka, let me come to you here. BKO made a point, okay, but does the FCCPC have the capacity as a body to monitor this compliance?
It doesn't even need to. Even if it has 1 million workers, it doesn't need to. Let's adopt scientific practices in the things we do.
Okay.
It's very easy. Go to the root of the problems. We've talked about the root. We've talked about the major problem now, which is the leadership of the market unions. Those are the people you need to talk to. You have traditional rulers. You have community leaders in different places. You have transport operators. You have their unions. Talk to them. Those are the people. Then even the farmers' unions too, because when you go to the rural areas, because farmers want to quickly sell off their their harvest, so sometimes they just agree to being exploited because they cannot really do anything. They just want their money quickly. And there was a story somebody did about a market somewhere in Cross River State where they sell Gary. He put the investigation on Facebook, and he said that he watched that there were some guys that will come, hang around the market, and just be watching the women. After some time, knowing that the women were desperate, they will now offer that we are ready to mop up all this gario. If you are ready to agree with our price, that we're ready. So, and the women won't even sell, sometimes they sell below cost price. Not as if they're hiking, not just, but they will now force these women to go home grumbling. So, that's another side of it. The exploitation.
Middlemen,
yeah, middlemen. They are self-appointed. Nobody appointed them. So when they go, they gather all these things. They now take these things to the markets. Then the other thing is this:
are they self-appointed or the local governments in those areas?
No, they said what's the big? It's not a big deal now. Settling those guys with spikes on the road. That one is not the problem. One other thing is this: almost every major transportation of food items comes to Lagos. Because people believe that once you quickly land in Lagos, you get your money quickly and take off. So you even find out around those areas where these things are being cultivated, you have scarcity, you have high prices.
Yes.
Because people want to take almost everything to Lagos. And that is another issue. So the FCCPC should just embark on a scientific study, look at the situation across the country, and see that there is, a preponderance of, cultivation in some parts of the country, but due to, their low purchasing power, so the farmers, because they are subsistence farmers,
and also, let's not
so they want to move these things.
Let's not forget the extortion by the security agents.
Security agencies, those local government boys,
prices.
And then the high cost of transportation because of high cost of petrol, diesel, and all of those things.
How do we deal with middlemen? Middlemen who come and buy in bulk and then store those grains in their warehouses, waiting for the price to
rise. Even unions, you'll find unions, cooperative societies, they do those things. They keep them, knowing that the prices will rise.
State, I think they made some arrests. And in Kano, we saw them forcibly opening some warehouses and selling those grains to people. Again, we need to stop the way trucks move Nigerian grains across the border.
That's another problem because
our currency is now weaker
higher than naira.
safer.
But anyway,
so we need to stop. We need to find a way to stop that. Otherwise, prices will continue to go up, and our people will continue to groan. About the hunger in the land.
Okay.